morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Come on, give it back to me. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And I want to say thank you all for just being committed to serving, being committed to FCA, being committed to Christ. In today's climate, I know it's difficult. So this morning I come to encourage you, to empower you, and to equip you for today's journey, for today's assignment as y'all move forward. This is a beautiful sight to say, man, this is what the future of FCA look like. What I mean by that, athletes and friends and family still carrying the torch of FCA. So today's message that I have for you, well, before I dive into that, anybody drink coffee? I know y'all, anybody drink coffee? Anybody know how to make coffee? Nobody know how to make coffee? Man, that's cool. You know how to make coffee? Man, normally my wife makes me coffee in the morning, so by me getting up early, I didn't get a chance to really get no coffee. And just something about, she I think she makes the best coffee personally, because she makes it for me. She don't make it for nobody else, she makes it for me. And it's just something about the brewing of coffee. Now, y'all serve breakfast here, and I understand now, you ain't supposed to be giving no kids caffeine, but man, that coffee just does something for me. You smell it, you smell coffee brewing, man, my body get excited, and I go to twitching, like I'm fiending for it a little bit. But I come to think about the coffee, there's some key components in coffee. There's a component that needs to be in place for it to be a successful pot of coffee. Anybody know what that component is? A key component has to be in place. You don't know? You don't know? Some of the adults, y'all know there's a key component in brewing.
You're gonna have the right mix of amount of coffee.
No. But I'm saying that too. No. But I say a key component needs to be in place. Somebody said a filter. A filter. If that filter not in place, what happens? You get the coffee grounds in the pot, which means you got a lot of coffee grounds floating around in there. Can you imagine drinking a cup of coffee with all that junk floating around? You wouldn't really enjoy it, huh? You can imagine, you spitting the coffee ground, so it's unusable, unserviceable. You can't really use it, That filter is so important. And think about, can you use a dirty filter? You gotta kind of change it out every time, huh? I'm talking to those too, huh? You gotta change it out, right?
Every day.
Every day, you gotta put a fresh filter in there so it can keep the grinds in its place, That's the same about our spirit. Our spirit acts as a filter. Our spirit keeps the stuff that our brain grinds every day. Your brain is recording data every day from the stuff you hear, the stuff you see, the stuff you touch, taste, smell, the experience you've been through, the stuff you gotta go through. Your brain is constantly recording and grinding up data, grinding it up. What's gonna keep it in place when you add water, or when you add the word, or when knowledge and understanding is present? What's gonna keep that junk from floating on the inside of you? What's gonna help filter the ragged stuff from floating on the inside of you? See, that's the thing that we overlook. Sometimes the importance of our spirit being in place. Our spirit being refreshed. Sometimes we want to carry over some old stuff and can't filter the grinds of this world properly. See, when your spirit is in place, when knowledge, understanding, when wisdom shows up and is poured in you, someone is trying to give you some good advice, someone is trying to share some good things with you, When your spirit is lined up in place, you can filter and understand. You can see clearly. And because you don't have that junk floating on the inside of you, you can be used. You can serve properly. You can change. You can make change. You can be there. You can support. You can encourage. When your spirit is in position and lined up. And it's a daily thing. We got to refresh it every day. The same as the filter in a coffee maker. Getting ready to brew. See, I've been talking, can't you tell me? There's something about coffee gets me so excited. I mean, just the energy to say, look, I'm ready to attack today. I don't know what I'm gonna face today, but man, give me that fresh cup of coffee and I'm ready to go. Y'all think I had coffee today? Huh? I did have coffee. You know what coffee is? It's Christ over my frustrations, fear, emotion, and excuses. See, y'all think I was talking about the stuff that you pour. But my coffee begins with Christ over everything that I might encounter. I come to give you some coffee. There's some things that's lined up just for you to overcome. It's not to stop you, it's to help shape you. See, if you don't have any challenges, how would you know how strong you really are? How you will know how good and great God is if you don't have some stuff that you got to overcome. The challenges that you face is to make you better, not destroy you. By you being an athlete, you love a good challenge, you love a good game. Some of your best games is the one you had to battle back from. Think about it. I mean, it's cool to dominate, but what about the games you really had to fight for? See, God created this life for us to enjoy, to be adventurous. The same as some of the movies that you enjoy. The highs, the lows, the twists, the turns. But you got to know that no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. But the verse that I attach to my coffee is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. See, that coffee gives me strength. That coffee pumps me up. That coffee gets me going. Because I know all things work together. See, all the grinds of this world will work together for me, for my good. Knowing that it'll work together for your good too. Don't get disappointed with the losses or the failures that you may encounter. Learn from them. And from the victories, share those words of wisdom, knowing that, man, this is how I did it. This is how we did it. This is how you can do it to win. And the lessons learned in those things that I fell short of, I learned something. I learned that I got to put a little more effort. I learned that I got to be a little more open to listen to direction. In other words, something is there that'll help you grow. Sometimes we want to carry losses and carry the weight of things that don't belong to us. We want to carry luggage that's not ours. God said, cast your cares to Him. What do you put over your frustrations? What do you put over your fears? What do you put over your excuses? What do you put over your emotions? Because those are the things that really prevent us from being our best. Those are the things that stop us from overcoming and being victorious. See, we all were created to dominate. And we're all on the best team. It's your job to give your best, to do your best. It's your job to believe. It's your job to be the light in a dark place. It's designed for you to show up and bring brightness. That's That's why I come in to be brighter, to ignite your fire.